Your day is going great. Everything is clicking, and then bam, an unexpected comment, a surprise deadline, or just a sudden wave of being overwhelmed completely throws you off track. Your heart starts pounding, your thoughts race, and it feels like your whole day is about to be derailed by one single moment of intense stress. We've all been there. That awful feeling of being emotionally hijacked, where control feels like it's a million miles away. But what if you could snatch that control back in just a few seconds? What if you had the ability to create a toolkit of mental strategies that would help you be quick and effective and that could build emotional resilience on the spot, right in the middle of all of the chaos? That's exactly what we're covering today. I'm going to share 3 lightning fast techniques for immediate relief. And you'll definitely want to stick around because after these quick wins, I'm revealing a powerful method designed for deep, lasting emotional change. So you're not just coping with stress, but truly mastering your mind. Emotional resilience isn't about never feeling stressed. It's about how quickly you bounce back. It's a skill. And like any skill, you can learn from it, practice it, and get better at it. The technique we're about to jump into is your first step towards becoming the kind of person who can face adversity and not just get through it, but actually thrive. So let's get into it. When stress hits, what's the first thing to go off the rails? Your breathing. It gets shallow, fast, and all over the place, which sends a danger signal straight to your brain. This triggers your brain's fight or flight response, flooding you with stress hormones like cortisol. To get back into the driver's seat, you have to intentionally reset your nervous system. And the fastest way to do this is your breath. So I'm going to teach you a technique called the box breathing. I'm sure many of you have heard about it before, but it's also known as the 4-4-4 method. This is just mind, while the controlled pace activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in rest and digest mode. So are you ready to try it? You can do it anywhere, at your desk, in your car. No one even has to know. First, gently exhale all the air in your lungs and just let it all go. Now, inhale slowly and deeply through your nose and count for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your belly expand, not just your chest. And next, hold your breath in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This hold is key. It lets oxygen get to where it needs to go, and it builds up a tiny bit of carbon dioxide, which actually helps calm you down on the exhale. And then I want you to just exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine you're blowing out a candle. Feel the tension melt from your jaw and your shoulders. Finally, hold your breath again for another count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's one cycle. Do this 4 to 5 times, and in less than a minute, you've manually taken your body out of high alert and guided it back to balance. Studies show that practicing this regularly can lower cortisol levels, reduce blood pressure, and improve your heart rate variability, which is a key marker of your resilience to stress. This isn't just a mental trick, it's a psychological reset button. So the next time you feel that stress surge, don't just react, breathe. When stress hits, where does your mind go? Usually it travels to the future, catastrophizing about what might happen, or it gets stuck replaying the past. This is where the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding method comes in. Think of it as a mental emergency brake for the spiraling thoughts. It's a powerful cognitive technique that pulls you out of the chaos that's in your head and anchors you into the present moment. It works by forcing your focus onto five senses, which interrupts anxiety and anxious thought loops and sends a signal to your brain that you're safe right here, right now. So here's how you do it. Just like the breathing exercise, you can do this discreetly, anywhere you are. First, take one slow, deep breath. Look around and silently name 5 things you can see. Don't just glance, really see them. I see a blue ink in my pen. I see the light flickering on my monitor. I see scuff marks on my shoes. I notice the details. Next, shift your awareness to your sense of touch and name 4 things you can feel. I feel the smooth case of my phone. I feel my feet planted on the ground. I feel the rib texture of my shirt cuff. This reconnects you to your physical body. Then listen. What are the 3 things you can hear? Tune into sounds around you. The hum of your computer, the distant sound of traffic, your own breathing. This pulls your attention outward, away from the internal noise. And then after that, focus on 2 things you can smell. This can be subtle. Maybe it's the leftover scent of coffee or the clean smell of hand soap. If you can't smell anything, obviously, then just imagine 2 of your favorite smells. Finally, bring your attention to your sense of taste. Know 1 thing you can taste, or name 1 thing you can taste. Maybe it's the mint from your toothpaste, or the lingering flavor of your lunch. You can even just take a sip of water and notice its taste. And just like that, you've pulled your focus out of the storm in your head and back into the real world. This technique is so powerful because it forces your brain to stop its frantic storytelling and engage with tangible reality. It's a declaration that right here in the moment, you're okay. You know so much of how you feel when it comes down to the stories we tell ourselves, and especially the questions we ask. When we're stressed, we tend to ask really unhelpful questions like, why is this happening to me? Or, what if I mess up? These questions just trap us in a loop of anxiety and victimhood. This third quick win strategy is all about consciously breaking that pattern by asking one different, more empowering question. The question is simple, but its effect is profound. What is 1 thing I can control in this situation? This one question completely flips the script in your brain. It yanks you out of the problem mode and pushes you into the solution mode. Stress and anxiety thrive on a feeling of powerlessness. But when you identify even one small thing you have control over, you start to take the power back. Let's use that surprise deadline as an example. Your first instinct might be panic. Your mind starts racing with all the ways this could go wrong. Instead of letting that spiral take over, you stop. You ask yourself, what one thing I can control right now? The answer doesn't have to be, I can finish this whole project. That's too big. It might be, I can control my breath. I'll do a round of box breathing. Or maybe I can control the first tiny step. I'll break this down into a checklist. It could even be, I can control how I respond. I'll write a calm email to clarify the details. So, see how these changes everything? Suddenly, you're not a victim of the situation anymore. You're an active player, back in the driver's seat. This is a form of cognitive restructuring, a proven method for building resilience. You're training your brain to stop scanning for threats and to start searching for opportunities to act. So the next time you feel that wave of overwhelm, pause, ask yourself, what is the one thing I can control right now? Find that one small thing and do it. That single action is a powerful step towards building your emotional resilience. The three techniques we just covered are your emergency toolkit, your go-to strategies for handling stress in the moment. They're incredibly effective. But if you feel you're constantly reaching for these tools, it's a sign that it's time to go deeper for lasting change. We need to move from just managing stress to fundamentally rewiring how our mind responds to it. This is where we can get into reprogramming the subconscious. Think of your subconscious mind as the background programming running your life. It's where your automatic reactions, your habits, your deep-seated beliefs are stored. Willpower alone often isn't enough to change these patterns because the subconscious is way more powerful than your conscious mind. This is where a therapeutic approach like hypnotherapy can be a game changer for building long-term resilience. Now, when I say hypnotherapy, don't picture a swinging pocket watch and a clucking like a chicken. It's not that. It's about gaining focused control over your inner world. In a state of deep relaxation, a hypnotherapist can guide you to access your subconscious, where you can identify and reframe the limiting beliefs that are fueling your stress. For example, if you have a core belief like, I'm not good enough, your subconscious will automatically fire up anxiety when you're faced with a challenge. Through hypnosis, you can introduce new, empowering suggestions directly to that deeper part of your mind. Like, I am capable and resourceful with repetition. Your brain can form new neural pathways, making calm and confidence your new default setting. Even without a hypnotherapist, you can start applying these principles today. Create a daily micro habit of what I call positive priming. Every morning before the world gets in its hands on you, take just 5 minutes for gratitude journaling or visualization. Visualize yourself moving through your day with confidence. This acts as a form of self-hypnosis, setting a positive blueprint for your subconscious to follow. By combining this in the moment technique with a consistent practice aimed at reprogramming your subconscious, you create a full cycle system for mastering your mind. You're not just putting out fires, you're making your whole system more fire resistant. All right, we've covered a powerful framework today for building your emotional resilience. We started with 3 lightning fast tools for immediate stress relief: the 4-4-4-4 reset breath, the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding method, and the empowering question: what is one thing? What is the one thing I can control? That's the empowering question. These are your go tos for navigating those tough moments. Then we looked at the path to lasting change by reprogramming your subconscious mind, where a tool like hypnotherapy can be a profound ally. Resilience isn't a destination, it's a daily practice. It's built in small, consistent actions. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you feel even a flicker of stress or overwhelm, don't just push through it. Try one of these quick techniques. See what it feels like to take back control in just a few seconds. I love to hear from you all, so let me know in the comments below which of these 3 quick win techniques you're going to try first. Your journey can absolutely inspire someone else, and I make sure to read every single comment. And if you're ready to stop just coping and start truly mastering your mind, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We drop practical strategies like this every single week to help you build a stronger, more resilient life. Thanks for investing time in yourself. And remember, you have the power to change how you feel. One thought, one breath, and one action at a time. I'm Karen McGee at Elevated Beliefs. And if you need any help, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much, and I appreciate everyone's time today.